We got Stephen M. Smith on the line from touchdownalabama.com. You can also join him on his YouTube channel and his audio podcast, but he's got a call-in show Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 p.m. Central Time. In my own words, catch it right here on Touchdown Alabama on YouTube. Stephen, it's a dynamic for Nick Saban and his coaching staff that's unlike anywhere else in college football, in regards to him bringing in big-time coaches, both on the college and the NFL levels. Steve Sarkisian, Lane Kiffin, we could go on down the line. And the latest is Bill O'Brien on the offensive side. Just talk about Saban's ability to, these are guys that are used to running the show somewhere big, at places like Tennessee and Penn State and the Houston Texans. And they're able to, go down a notch and, fill a role under Nick Saban, and just his ability to work with that level of a coach and still maintain the authority and the working relationship is pretty much of an interesting dynamic.
It really is. And Mark, to me, it kind of goes to a lot of these coaches, they understand the mindset, the gem that Nick Saban is in terms of working with him. Can he be difficult at times? Absolutely. But when you talk about trying to learn from the best and grow from one of the best and glean information and knowledge from the best college coach in college football right now, and one of the best coaches, period, in the sport itself, you have to adjust and adapt to learning from somebody who can be a little bit difficult at times, but understanding that I'm taking the best quality information, the best quality in preparation, and the best quality in player development, and I can apply that to my own game. When you discuss Lane Kiffin, nobody really wanted to touch Lane Kiffin with a 10-foot pole. Nick Saban went out there, embraced him, learned from him, brought him in, and we saw the success that Kiffin was able to generate at Alabama, and that's catapulted him to not only getting the Florida Atlantic job, but now he's back at the SEC with Ole Miss. The same thing with Steve Sarkisian. He was going through his personal trials there. Nobody wanted to take a shot at Sarkisian. Coach Saban brings him in at first as an offensive analyst, and then after 2 years with the Atlanta Falcons, Saban brings Sarkisian back in as the offensive coordinator, and that cycle continued again with Sarkisian growing, developing, having that relationship with Coach Saban, and that parlayed into him winning the Broyles Award, the nation's top assistant coach, winning a national championship, producing the Heisman Trophy winner in DeVonta Smith, and producing guys that were taken in the first round in the NFL draft, like DeVonta Smith, Jalen Waddle, Najee Harris, and Mac Jones. And now Sarkisian gets a head coaching job with the University of Texas. So when you discuss Bill O'Brien, to me, the thing has always been, it's never been his coaching ability. He's always been a great, sound, tremendous offensive mind, no matter where he's been, whether it was with the Penn State Nittany Lions in college football or with the New England Patriots, Houston, Texas, and the NFL. The thing with O'Brien has been him trying to be an executive on top of being a head coach, because he came from the Bill Belichick coaching tree, and he saw, okay, Belichick can master being a general manager along with being a head coach. So since I came from Belichick, I need to be able to do the same thing, or I should be able to do the same thing. And sometimes that's not necessarily your lane. And Bill O'Brien had to figure that out the hard way. But in terms of just him being an offensive-minded head coach, one of the best out there. So for him to come to Alabama and work with Coach Saban and get the understanding of, hey, if I want to at some point go back to being a head coach again, whether it's on the college ranks, whether it's at the NFL level, I got to come and work with the guy that's got just a continuation of dominance, a continuation of greatness, and he continues to adapt, learn, and stay at the cutting edge of the game of football. So if I want to be on the cutting edge I got to learn from somebody that's always on the cutting edge, and that's why Bill O'Brien is here in Tuscaloosa. But I'm excited to see what he does offensively because he's bringing in a lot of the things that he has done, whether it was with the Patriots or with the Texans. He's bringing some of that here to Alabama, and I'm really excited to see what he can birth here with Bryce Young as the quarterback.
Yeah, I'm interested as well because to play off of your 2 points, one being that O'Brien can benefit from Saban, of course, and refining what he may, opportunities he may have in the future to be a head coach again, and, learning from his mistakes and, again, taking from Saban. But on the flip side, usually you bring in a guy of his status, as you just mentioned, one of the best offensive minds in the sport, to fix an issue. You bring in a guy like that to overhaul it and implement his expertise where nothing's broken with this offense. So you just kind of wonder, what is he going to bring? And he wouldn't appear to be the type guy that would want to just kind of kick back and just kind of run the way things Steve Sarkisian ran them, but he would want to put his own footprint on the Alabama offense, but it's not necessarily needed.
I think the one thing O'Brien will do here, Mark, is getting more out of the tight end position. That's the one area where Alabama fans have been wondering, can we see more from that spot, from that role on the field? And we're seeing now in today's NFL, tight ends have to be very much so keen in the passing game. I mean, we saw just this recent draft, Kyle Pitts go number 4 overall to the Atlanta Falcons, and he's a hybrid, 6'5", running a 4.40, getting up and down the field. And you can split him out wide receiver. You have him on the end line. He creates so many different types of matchup problems. So that position right there at tight end is one where Alabama fans have been wondering, can we get more production from that spot? And just going back to Bill O'Brien, when he was at Penn State, some of the best receivers on the team were tight ends. When he was at the New England Patriots, he popped out Rob Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez on the tight end. For the Houston Texans, he had a couple of tight ends that were either the leading receivers or they were number 2 behind guys like DeAndre Hopkins. So that's one of the bigger reasons why O'Brien is in here, is to get more sound production from Jamil Billings at tight end, Cameron Latu at tight end, and other guys at that position to get multiple guys on that field that can catch the football and create more matchup havoc for opposing defenses.
We talk Alabama football on a regular basis with Stephen M. Smith of Touchdown Alabama. Please join him right there. You can see the banner on the screen, touchdownalabama.com. Also on his YouTube channel right here, Touchdown Alabama, and his show that runs Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, call-in show. You can talk to Stephen directly on his call-in show, 6 p.m. Central Time, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, in my own words.